Look at that forecast. The spring is here. Hello and welcome to the spring market update edition of Ideal with Neil News. First off, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge what for most of you is a highly anticipated and celebrated weekend coming up here, and that of course is Masters weekend. All kidding aside, wish all of you a happy Easter weekend here. I know great memories from when I was a kid when we had the Easter Bunny flying in on a helicopter to Water Park and then having an egg scramble from there. But that was a long time ago. However you celebrate this weekend, spring is a sign of things to come, a rebirth of sorts. I know for myself, I put away the hockey gear and pull out the golf clubs with visions of maybe around in the 70s. Okay, guy can dream. For whatever it is, winter is in the rear view mirror, and we look forward to everything that spring brings with it. I know for my wife, she can't wait to get gardening and get in the yard looking amazing, as she usually does. The spring market, I hear that all the time in the real estate world, but what is it exactly? Let's Google it. In the spring, multiple markets are flooded with an influx of housing inventory and buyers come out of hibernation. Pretty sure that doesn't really fit today's real estate market. What with new inventory, more or less a dribble than a flood. So what does this dribble of inventory and buyers coming out of hibernation mean to the real estate market right now? Well, for what I've been seeing lately, what it means is all of a sudden more bidding wars. And now again, the idea and concept of holding off on offers has reared its head again. And certainly the last couple of weeks, almost all the listings we're seeing that are coming on the market are doing a hold. And if those of you are new to this concept, basically it's a seller deciding to discount their list price a little bit and then holding off on offers for a week or so and then hoping to get a bidding war. Let's take a quick look now at the market stats and see what the stats are actually telling us.
Okay, so let's start out with the average sale price here for Waterloo region. This is all products here, and so we can see that in February it was 761,000 for everything, and bumped up to 778 as I mentioned for the end of March here. And I'm not going to get into all the specific single family, townhouse, condo, etc. this month. I've got a pretty long update, but you can look on the update sheet and see what all the averages are there, as well as the changes to that. New listings, we can see certainly we started off very low at the end of the year and moved our way up. January 583, February 674, and March 859. Now you may say, well, geez, you just said that we're low on listings. Well, still relative to historical listing inventory, this is extremely low. And I expect that we'll see more new listings come up here in April, obviously. And let's see how that relates to actual homes for sale as opposed to new listings hitting the market. So homes for sale, we were 695 at the end of February and 716 at the end of March here. So, and again, that should hopefully, with any luck in April, be a decent number as well. We need more choice out there, obviously. Sales certainly were down to start the year, and year over year again the sales numbers are down. We saw 299 in January, 443 in February, and now 611 in March. So obviously increasing as we get into the spring market. Even though we have low inventory, we do have are seeing more sales, and that certainly is what pushed the prices up a little bit as well. Days on market. We look at the average days on market here, and we can see in January it was 25 days, February 20, and here in March 19 days, And you have to remember this takes into account all of the inventory that is sold. And some of the listings have been dragging on for quite some time here. But certainly, if we looked at just the new listings and see their days on the market, it would probably be half of that, because all the new listings that are coming up certainly are now doing these holds and selling in multiple offers as they hit the market the last couple of weeks here. At least that seems to be the trend. Percentage of original price. We can see here that when we were in January, we were pretty much around asking price as far as the sale price, and then up about 2.4 over asking in February, and now 3.9% over asking in March. Obviously, this is nowhere near the craziness of a little more than a year ago when we had 30% over asking sale prices. So, but certainly the way things are going, I suspect that this number will increase even more come the next month. So I just can't see with the interest rates where they're at still that we get anywhere near where we were last year that way, as far as the absolute craziness in the bidding wars. But the bidding wars are back, and they're here for now.
Next, I want to talk about an event that we have coming up that's near and dear to those of us at Royal LePage Woolley. For those of you who've known me for a while, I'm sure you've heard of lots of different events we've held over the years for the Royal LePage Shelter Foundation. Of course, Royal LePage has a national foundation that goes out to help raise funds for women's shelters across Canada. And we at Royal LePage Woolley are no different. We've done a bunch of events over the years to support the Women's Crisis Center Waterloo Region. Certainly back in the day, we had our garage sales, we had the train station event at St. Jacobs, and among other things. So this year, we're super excited. June 1st at the Concordia Club, we'll be having our first ever Shelter Fest. And you can imagine what that involves for those of you who can't wait till October. Certainly it's going to be a great event, and feel free to reach out to me for more details, to buy tickets, and I know certainly we're looking for some sponsorship opportunities for this to raise as much money as we can for the Shelter Foundation. Again, I think it's going to be a real fun event, and look forward to seeing you there. Speaking of support, I want to take a moment to thank all of you who, of course, continue to support my business by referring your friends and family to me. Again, always appreciated. Definitely, the way the market is right now, it's a little tricky navigating things out there for both buyers and sellers. So certainly, if you know of anyone who's thinking of buying or selling, I'd really appreciate you passing on my name. And yeah, so I think we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be an interesting April here again. And yeah, that's about it for now. And we'll talk to you next month.